Everyone's saying February 28th will be this incredible planetary parade with 6 planets lined up perfectly in the sky. Social media is flooded with those gorgeous images showing Mars, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, and Uranus all in a straight line. But here's what nobody's telling you. Those images? Completely fake. The viewing window? Way shorter than you think. And that perfect alignment? Doesn't exist. If you've been on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube in the past few weeks, you've probably seen dozens of posts hyping up this planetary parade. The promise is simple. On February 28th, 6 planets will supposedly line up in the sky, all visible at once, creating this once-in-a-lifetime celestial show. The images look incredible. You see Mars glowing red, Venus shining bright, Saturn with its rings, Jupiter massive in the sky, and even Neptune and Uranus somehow visible to the naked eye. The comments are full of people planning viewing parties, buying telescopes, and marking their calendars. And I get it. The idea of seeing 6 planets at once sounds amazing. But if you show up on February 28th expecting what those viral posts are showing, you're going to be massively disappointed. Let me break down what's actually going to happen. First, let's talk about what you'll actually be able to see without a telescope. Out of those 6 planets, only 4 are visible to the naked eye. Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. That's it. Neptune and Uranus? You're going to need a telescope. And not just any telescope, a decent one with proper magnification. Neptune is magnitude 7.9, which is way beyond what your eyes can detect. Uranus is barely at the edge of naked eye visibility at magnitude 5.8, but only under perfect dark sky conditions, which most people don't have. So right off the bat, we're down from 6 planets to 4 that you can actually see without equipment. But here's where it gets even more complicated. Mercury is technically visible, making it 5 planets if you count it. But Mercury has a massive problem. It sets extremely fast after sunset. You've got maybe 30 to 45 minutes after sunset to spot Mercury before it drops below the horizon. And it's going to be low, really low on the western horizon. If you've got buildings, trees, or hills in your western view, forget it. You won't see Mercury at all. So your viewing window for all the visible planets together? It's not all night. It's less than an hour right after sunset on February 28th. Now let's destroy the biggest myth. That perfect straight line you've seen in all those images? Complete fiction. The planets follow something called the ecliptic, which is basically the path the sun takes across the sky. From Earth, this looks like a wide arc, not a straight line. On February 28th, these planets will be spread across roughly 120 to 140 degrees of sky. That's more than a third of the entire visible sky dome above you. To see all of them at once, you'd need to turn your head from looking almost straight down at the western horizon all the way up and across to the eastern sky. This isn't a parade marching in front of you. It's more like planets scattered across a massive arc, and you're standing in the middle trying to see them all. Think of it this way. If a parade meant cars spread across your entire neighborhood in different directions, would you still call it a parade? Yeah, exactly. Here's the timeline of what actually happens on February 28th. Right after sunset, Mercury appears low in the west. You've got 30 to 45 minutes max. Venus will be higher and brighter, easy to spot. Jupiter and Saturn will be visible in the southern sky. Mars won't rise in the east until later in the evening, around 9 or 10 p.m. depending on your location. So here's the problem. By the time Mars is up and visible, Mercury is long gone below the horizon. You cannot see all the visible planets at the exact same moment. The viewing window where you can see the maximum number of them is that 30 to 45 minute window right after sunset, and even then, Mars won't be up yet. If you want to see all 5 visible planets, you'll need to observe at different times throughout the evening. Okay, so now that we've crushed the hype, let's talk about how to actually make this worth your time. Because despite everything I just said, this is still pretty cool if you know what you're doing. Here's your game plan. First, find a spot with a clear view of both the western and eastern horizons. Parks, fields, beaches, anywhere without buildings or trees blocking your view. Step 2. Timing. Get there 15 to 20 minutes after sunset. This gives you the best chance to catch Mercury before it sets while the sky is still dark enough to see the other planets clearly. Use an app like Stellarium or Sky Safari to know exactly where to look. These apps show you the real positions of the planets, not the fake social media versions. Venus will be the brightest object in the sky after the moon. You can't miss it. Look west. Jupiter will be bright and steady in the southern sky. Saturn will be near it but dimmer. Mercury is the challenge. Look low on the western horizon, just above where the sun set. It'll look like a bright star but close to the horizon. If you've got binoculars or a small telescope, you can try spotting Uranus near Jupiter. Neptune will need a better telescope and a star chart to locate. Finally, manage your expectations. This won't look like those viral images. It'll look like bright dots scattered across the sky. But here's the thing. Those bright dots are entire worlds, some with dozens of moons, rings, and storms larger than Earth. That's still pretty incredible. So yes, February 28th is worth going outside for. Just don't expect the social media version. Bring a blanket, maybe some hot chocolate, download a stargazing app, and enjoy seeing 4 or 5 planets with your own eyes. If you want to learn about the next major astronomical event that's actually going to look incredible, that video's on screen now. And if you made it this far, subscribe so you know what's real and what's hype before the next viral astronomy post drops.